Hi, my name is Danny McKinley, and I am here at Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And today I'm going to show you how to play the 2 to 4 player game from Fireside Games, Grackles. So in Grackles, players are going to be playing over a series of rounds where they will take a single action on their turn. And the actions are as follows. You can either draw and place a tile, you can build a line of Grackles, which I'll show you in a moment, you can extend a line, or you can rotate an empty tile by spending one of your rotate chips. So let me show you how the game works. One of the first things that players will do is they will be drawing and placing a tile. So I would draw this. Each tile has the same 4 colors, black, green, purple, and blue, and they are in a different order. And I do want to point out the attention to detail. The lines that are segmented in between these are for colorblind folks like myself, so they thought about that just in case you were. Anyway, if I were to place this tile, I can place it anywhere on the grid following a couple rules. Let's say I place it here. Then it would go on to the next player's turn. One of the rules is that this grid cannot exceed a 5 by 5 grid. So if we already have a row of 5 tiles, they cannot be played any farther out. Same with any 5 of the columns, they cannot be played any further. The game will pretty much end when there is no tiles available, or when it is a 5 by 5 grid. So let's stick with this example for now. Then, the next player's turn, they might take an action to build a line. Now of course, Grackles always land on a single power line, so they would be forming a line like this. You start at one of your color, and you continue to place tokens down until you've reached the next spot of your color. So in this example, the green player has just placed 5 of their birds. On the next turn, players can continue to either do this. Let's say green player later placed a tile here. They can then extend a line where they follow the same line that they had and then place tokens down until they have gone to the next spot of their color, like this. The whole goal of the game is to get rid of as many of these tokens as possible, so doing this in an efficient way will be very important for later in the game. Finally, if a player would like to rotate a tile, let's say it's the blue player's turn, they discard one of their rotate tiles and they turn it to any orientation that they would like. There is one restriction though. You cannot rotate a tile that has a bird or any of the 2 starting tiles that are shown by those 2 black diamonds in the middle. Finally, players will continue to do this until no more actions are possible. Players will count the number of Grackle tokens that they still have in their reserve, and the player with the fewest, meaning that they've placed out the most tokens, is the winner of the game. And that's how you play Grackles. As you can see, this is a really quick game to pick up and play, and it'll appeal to just about anybody who's ever met the birds. They're very familiar with the theme, and they know exactly why this is called Grackles. So, if you'd like to give it a try, I highly recommend it. Come by Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where you can play Grackles.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG?